Where'd the sound go?
Is this splash screen supposed to have sound?
I don't know.
Is the sound working in this video? Oh, no, there's sound.
There it is. Yeah.
Okay, so your video recording didn't work.
I'm not certain about that.
It's stuttering.
Well, that's because it's an Ultra engine. The stutter is for high performance.
Kind of a bad name for an Ultra engine on something that stutters. Wouldn't Ford Pinto?
Yeah. This is Jamie the D.
This is Alkydere.
And
I'm wondering what game Jamie has sent me. Something called Pyroblazer?
Pyroblazer, yes.
And it's an RPG?
Well, considering the thread, no, but you could be mistaken for thinking it's an
look
RPG.
This is straight out of World of Warcraft.
Or Stargate.
That's Tribe's magic. That's like from Tribes, the FPS, only with more magic.
Yeah. Oh, man.
The catastrophe struck. Is this Pod again?
No. Pyroblazer is a spiritual successor to Slipstream 5000. And
all was lost with that one ship and enough people to rebuild it.
Yes, funny how all was lost, but all wasn't lost.
But all was lost a long time ago. So Mount Vesuvius exploded.
On several different worlds. No, there is actually a plot to this game, but we don't care about this plot because it's shit.
So it is a racing game. There's racers. I see a ship.
Yep, and like I said, it's a spiritual successor to Slipstream 5000 in that it tries to be Slipstream 5000.
It looks like it doesn't. Slipstream 5000 did not take itself seriously at all.
No.
Therefore, it has already failed.
Well, it's got flying and tunnels.
Yes. Minigames have flying and tunnels. In fact, I think it was called Tunnel Racer, a game I had on the GameCube, where you were actually a car that the track was literally a tunnel. You were a car on it, and you went all the way around. It's actually
so a bit like Stun Runner.
Well, no, that was the entire track.
Yeah.
Wow, this looks boring.
Actually, it's a lot faster in-game. I don't know why they did the EVE Online camera.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks like EVE Online.
It does, actually.
This shit, they look... No,
Except...
EVE Online ships are more struts and asymmetry.
Yeah, EVE Online's actually good.
Even though the graphics aren't quite as shiny, but that's because it's MMO.
Yeah,
MMO graphics are always a generation or two behind.
By the way, I'm glad it caught the whole splash screen because it didn't on my monitor.
Oh. Yay!
It was offset slightly to the left.
Well, now it's in the center.
But there we go, this is Pyroblazer.
Something that went right with this game.
Yeah, it was, I believe it was published by 1C. I shall double check and subtitle it afterwards to say who it was published and developed by. But we're gonna show...
Put a giant ugly box on the video?
Fuck no. Anyway, as you can see, this is my main profile where I was playing the game before.
Just to make sure it worked.
Yeah, and we're going to show you the biggest problem with the gameplay right now.
There's one good ship?
No, although there are ships that are blatantly better. See that speed?
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
Oh, so the bars are worthless.
No. See that turbo bar?
That's what matters?
That's what matters.
Everything goes more or less the same speed when you have a turbo on?
Pretty much.
Well, when you said this is... I'm looking at these previews, and when you said this is a tunnel racer, you weren't kidding. Except Slipstream 5000, well, technically the entire map was a tunnel, it had a roof. They were big and open, and then narrowed down to challenge you at areas.
Oh, don't worry. Anyway, There will be opener areas,
I'm not
but
seeing...
right. Notice I'm accelerating. It's
Yeah.
a time trial. I should theoretically be able to win with skill alone, yeah?
Yes, theoretically, that's how a racing game works.
Yes. Also notice those coins. The more coins you collect, the more power-ups you get, and the more turbo you get back.
So where are these big open areas?
Well, you won't see them in this map.
Oh, okay. Because this
No.
map is basically...
Tunnels.
It's the Death Star run.
Also notice that collisions aren't really hurting us that much.
Yeah, you seem to be also sparking it, though. Like, you're hitting stuff.
Yeah, the hit detection's weird. Notice I lost!
Wow. And you're going full out, weren't you?
Yes. So, let's restart and let's do it right, shall we?
Yeah.
So this time, when we start, we're going to be holding down another key. Can you guess which key?
The go faster button?
The turbo button, correct! Notice the blue bar going down. We run out of turbo unless we collect more coins. The secret to winning all of the races is hold turbo, get coins. It's not difficult.
But if you don't use turbo at all, you literally can't even pass the time trial.
No.
Wow.
Yes.
You should be able to pass the time trial, even with a score that isn't wonderful.
Uh-huh.
What's this teleport I'm seeing? Oh.
That's basically the lap end.
Oh,
But it also
so it's
involves
just a
Stargates.
straight shooting the thing. Oh, it's like in Mario Kart with the DK can on that one, or the
Yeah, something like that.
except with even less effort put into it.
Well, I don't know. They write the Stargates into the plot that they've already shoved in our faces, and they're going to continue to shove in our faces.
So are all the tracks these straight shots that go, oh, warp?
No. No, they are not.
Are the majority where they're lazy like that? And this manages to feel claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Even the fucking you're going through a rip in space and time manages to feel claustrophobic.
Yes. And by the way, you can spark in the middle of the wormhole tunnels too, because because the collision detection is terrible.
Yes, I noticed. Good lord, I can only imagine how bad this is going to be when you add other racers. Because you seem to have trouble fitting yourself in here.
Well, we're actually gonna see that in a minute. Because, yeah,
God, I just realized it even looks like an incremental RPG. It's like Diablo. You've got the red health bar on your left, and you've got the mono turbo bar on your right. And they're big old bulbs, like...
So, let's create a profile, a new campaign, with a name representative of the average purchaser of this game. Numpty.
This really wanted to be Diablo the Racer.
Right, so let's pick a different ship, to show that things don't matter. And the first track, by the way, is the track we just did in a single race. So we're not going to show that.
You're going to skip ahead because it's you just go straight again.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, wait.
No, you
nope,
did the same one.
For this race, we're using the same one. It's the next tournament. Yeah, there we go. We won.
Yay!
Better time, too. And our reward, look at that. History, chapter, and story. Yes. By the way, each tournament is generally 3 to 5 tracks. You cannot change ships in between tracks, but you can in between tournaments. Also notice they have different weapons. We're going to be using the Shade, because forward weapons don't matter in this game. For reasons that will become very clear.
I imagine weapons period don't matter. All that matters is the turbo.
Oh, no. I love rear weapons.
Oh, wow. So close. Oh, no, it opened up a bit, but I bet you can't really leave this area.
Nope, you can't. Right. So this is below where we started. This is above where we started.
Yep.
Notice we had a lock on the guy below us.
So that's why the weapons don't matter, because you can't... Because the track
You can't
is
really get a
insane.
decent lock on. This is the only way the weapons matter, to get rid of obstacles. Except rear weapons stop people firing at us for a second, because they go, oh my god, contact mine.
So rear weapons matter.
Yeah, just for lack of irritation and occasional kill factor. You'll also notice the weapons really don't matter because every time we pick up 100 coins, we get invulnerability for about 10 seconds.
Which is a lot of time in a race game.
Yes.
Wow.
See? And if we get even more, we'll get quad damage, which doesn't matter because...
Yeah, because you're already vulnerable and going fast.
Yes!
You're winning. Also, it's amazing how thinking with portals has made a racing game more boring.
Yes.
Thinking with portals does not always make sense.
And I love how the gameplay is totally at odds with the music.
Yeah, this is you cruising, admittedly, with tight sphincters.
And the music is like, oh my god, this is so epic!
You're flying through flames! Whereas you're like, I'm flying through flames.
Yeah, by the way, you can roll.
Does it do anything, or is it just, oh, I roll?
And the manual says that rolling makes you go faster, but I've never really noticed this.
Then again, you didn't play for very long.
No, actually, I've gotten halfway through the main campaign.
And then you
uninstall?
uninstalled?
I haven't uninstalled yet.
But you're tempted to?
Oh god, yes.
Yeah, seriously, look at your health meter on the left, the speedometer, and your boost meter. It wants to be Diablo, the game, the racing game, even in the UI.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with this.
They weren't.
Because
oh wait, no. The people who made Katachumen weren't thinking. I just don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah. Well, there is some challenge halfway through the game. I'll tell you this much.
Do the sphincters get tighter?
No. No, it's just that there are more people and they're more willing to use turbo and actual weapons.
First place.
But, yeah, that's the first race of 3.
That looked both claustrophobic and boring.
Yeah, then we get the only other map we're going to see this video.
Oh, good.
Because the third map is the first map, but at night. Occasionally, they'll even reverse them.
How can you tell it's a straight shot?
Well, this one isn't so much a straight shot.
Well, I'm
You
just
can actually...
saying, if you reverse the first one, it's like, how can you tell?
There we go, I'm rolling now.
Yay.
Yeah, I usually ignore it, because, as you can see, there's not a whole lot of...
And
oh, by the way, that...
You hit solid air.
Yes, I hit solid air and completely stopped.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't seem to really be slowing you down, though.
It put me to a complete halt for a second,
well, yeah,
and then
well,
I hit turbo again. Yeah.
And there's the ending sequence from Antichamber.
I never thought about it that way.
No, I mean, you've seen the end of Antichamber, right?
Yeah, damn straight.
Yeah, that's what that reminded me of.
There we go, I was rolling. I
Whoa.
may or may not have been going faster. It didn't look like it.
Star Fox 64 is rolling.
By the way, it also side strafes you while you're rolling.
So rolling is how you go, oh, there's a wall in my way. Oh, now it's on the way.
Yeah, except
Which you
now...
should be able to do by knowing the track. And just going, oh, there's going to be a wall in here. I should be turning. So now you're upside down, solid air.
Yep.
This is such a wonderful...
That crossroads, by the way, we were going one way along it, and then we're going another way along it. But mostly, you're right, it's a straight shot.
Yep.
Later maps, they'll have half tunnels. Oh my god.
So, basically, it's, below you it's ground, above you it's solid air, but it looks pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Pod was more creative than this when it had the track where you had racers going two directions at the same time.
Yeah, of course, Pod also screwed you over if you hit one of those racers.
But it at least had a challenge as the full boost.
Yeah, I was about to say, but at least that had challenge.
I mean, this is... how the challenge in this one is to figure out where
the red coins are.
Well, I was going to say
the best
where
coins.
the terrain doesn't exist. Because I've seen you several times basically fly through the walls. And yet, at the same time, in other areas, you hit solid.
Yeah. So yeah, here's our canyon with lots of red coins.
And yeah,
don't bother collecting them all.
Wall, other than doing horrible things to your speed, which will get back anyway because you're constantly boosting.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
It does damage you slightly, but there's a healing thing somewhere in this track. I can never remember where, but it actually says healing somewhere on the screen.
Yeah.
It also occasionally tells you that you've murdered people a la Quake.
Yay. You complete with what sounds like a Quake voice, or an imitation.
Yeah.
This game wanted to be everything to Racer.
It did, but thankfully, it's almost over.
Seriously, I'm looking at this, and it's like, when you first showed me some clips, it's like, oh hey, yeah, it is all tight corners. It is basically the Death Star run in the third movie, pretty dumb.
Yeah.
And while that is true, they have managed to make that boring.
Yes.
Well, no, I won't say more frustrating than the NES games, but as boring as the NES Death Star.
Don't even talk about that.
not as nauseating.
Yeah, this is strange. It's meant to be a fast thing, I believe it's got a motion sick. Yeah, exactly. I don't think I'll be putting a motion sickness warning on this one.
Yeah, not kidding. And now you're scraping in thin air, almost like fat air.
Fat air?
That's basically what describes it. That must be the catastrophe. All of a sudden, across the world, or across the galaxy, air became solid in random places.
Actually, it's to do with post-human empires and you becoming the next god king and blah 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 blah.
I like mine better.
In fact, let's go take a look at some of the shit we've earned.
It's going to be pretentious, uninteresting. If that.
Well, it's okay, because we don't have to read it. Pause if you want to read it. We don't. We're off. Take care, everybody.
Hey, look, pretty places and words. Oh, look, it's a picture of an accretion disk. Hey, that was in the intro. With less words, therefore it was better then.